Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Unruly Fashion. I believe this is episode what, 5? Time flies when you're having a great time. And I'm always having a great time. So, yeah, I know. You're looking at this outfit. I'm giving you very much breakfast at Tiffany's. Very much like, what did Bibi call it? Bibi said this is giving you very much Bridgerton. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, that's fine. I started watching. I should introduce myself more. Sorry. Welcome to Unruly Fashion with your host, Noella Eze. This is for the newcomers. The old ones know who I am, but the newcomers, I'm Noella. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the party. But yeah, this today's look is giving you Bridgerton. It's giving you Breakfast at Tiffany's. I'm specifically referencing Breakfast at Tiffany's because I recently started watching Gossip Girl all over again. And I have shows that I watch when I feel like my fashion bad bitchery is flagging a little bit and I need like to just like remind myself who the hell I am, right? For me, I don't know if everybody has shows like that. I personally, I watch shows and TV for the clothes. Like anyone who knows me knows that about me. If I don't like what they're wearing, you don't have my attention at all. That's why costume design, when they're giving out awards, I'm so invested. I'm like, this person should have won costume design for this because it's just so great. Da, 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 da. So I'm paying attention to the clothes. I'm paying attention to like, does it match this character? Da 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 da. So I'm watching Gossip Girl. I've watched Gossip Girl so many times. It's one of my constant rewatches. The original Gossip Girl, not the remake. I've never gotten around to the remake. I don't know that I will. No shade to them. I'm sure it's great, but the original one just had me in a chokehold. Yeah. So watching that, and originally, I know we're all supposed to root for Serena, where I met Blake Lively, and you know her fashion was supposed to be like the cute one and da da da. Now that I'm rewatching it, I'm like, no, Blair had things on lock. I was always a Blair girl. Blair was a raging, unfettered, unbound bitch. But that girl, her outfits never failed me, not once. So I'm giving you Blair today. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you Blair. I'm giving you refined, rich, bougie, giving you organza, which is a fabric we're going to talk about. Today's episode, we're going to discuss fabric because amongst all the things I love about fashion, fabric is one of them. So yeah, sound off in the comments if you two have a show that you watch when you need to get back to your whatever your zone is. Like everybody has their interest. Fashion is mine. So I watch Gossip Girl endlessly. I've watched Devil Wears Prada. If a movie could scratch, I would have scratched that movie. And I maintain that the bad guy there was Nate. Nate was a horrible, 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 horrible boyfriend. He was the worst. Like, who is not happy for somebody that they love? What is your problem? Like, please, 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 please. And I maintain that as terrible as Meryl Streep's character was, if she was a man, none of this would be a problem. So shut up. Whatever, she was still giving. And then which other ones do I watch? It used to be Sex in the City for me, but then Carrie started to annoy me. So now sometimes I just watch it on mute so I can watch what she's saying and shut the hell up. But I prefer Samantha's style to Carrie's style, to be quite honest. Carrie was okay. But yeah, those are my shows that I'm watching, and that's why I'm giving you Bridgerton today. I'm giving you Gossip Girl. I'm giving you Blair, Waldorf. So let's delve into it because these episodes are really short. I want to talk about my favorites. Like, I get fabric obsessions. My new obsession is organza. Like, I love organza. It's such a think of this outfit like this, right? I mean, the applique and the whole thing is very cute, right, on its own. But this organza just gives it the extra just drama that it needs. I could wear this to a wedding. I'm sure one of my friends or somebody sitting at home going, I can't believe you're wearing this fancy ass outfit for a podcast. Darling, your life is a fancy occasion. The fact of your existence is fancy. What do you mean? What do you mean you dress up for other people but not for yourself? Because that's what you're doing. If you only get dressed when you're going to fancy occasions for other people, that means you don't think you are worth your fancy outfits. I don't know about you, but I don't know about you at all, but I'm the fanciest thing in my life. So if I'm going to pull out my Sunday best for other people, best believe I'm going to wear that Sunday dress and sit at home. What do you mean? So yeah, I could wear this for a podcast because my life is a fancy occasion. And I'm going to wear the glasses the whole time. I just took this off so you know that it's not because there's anything going on with my eyes. The whole look. Uh-huh. It's a look. So yeah, organza is like one of those fabrics. It's typically made from silk originally. Like original organza is like silk organza, which there's two. It's originally traditionally from China because China is the home of silk. If you didn't know that, you know that now. China and India actually. But silk traditionally came from China. You know, there's the silkworms and all that jazz, and you know, it's like perfectly beautiful silk. Silk also comes from India. Apparently, the silk in India is more coarse than the silk in China. I don't know whether it's racism that is inside there that people are saying that India's own is not as great as China's own, but I take that with a grain of salt. Silk comes from both India and China, and typically, so organza is usually made with silk, which means that like the traditional organza fabric is hella expensive. Like but it's beautiful. Like it's like water. Like it's so pretty. It has this beautiful sheen to it. Um, Regular organza that's like more accessible to the general public is made with like synthetic fibers, and by synthetic I mean polyester. If you don't know it now, polyester is basically synthetic silk. It was made. Polyester is literally just trying to create silk without silk itself. So that's what it's made to mimic. So what's it? More affordable organza is made with like synthetic fabrics like polyester. Still very pretty, still very nice. But organza typically it's like you see, like it's such a fancy sheer thing, right? Fun fact: before we started this episode, I talked about organza, and Bibi was like, "What is organza?" I'm like, "You know what it is. You just don't know the name." And then he was like, "What?" I'm like, "You know what organza is." And I showed him the fabric. Oh, I actually have it here. I brought this shirt, which is a custom made shirt by my friend. I love this in my favorite shade, emerald green. So I'm gonna use this as my example. This is also organza. But when I showed it to him, he was like, "It's everywhere at weddings." I'm like, "Yep, it's always at fancy occasions." So it's a fancy fabric. But my newest thing with organza is I want to wear it as a not fancy fabric. Because the thing is, if you code something as fancy in your head, it means that you are never going to wear it on a regular day. And why shouldn't you? Hmm. It looks like you're overdressed. So what? So what? Who is paying your rent? Those people that have all those opinions, who is paying your rent there? I want to know. Where your organza? So, anyway, people typically use organza like no, I don't think that I've seen anyone make like a full outfit out of organza. It's possible. It's just but usually it's like either a jacket or like a blouse or like this, like the sleeve of something because it just has that sheer it just makes everything just so elegant. And I would encourage you, you know, organza is your friend. It's one of those fabrics that it's not selective. Like there's some fabric that some people like. Spandex is a very selective fabric. It's mean, right? Lycra, spandex, call it what you want. Elastane, call it what you want. It's all just honestly generally the same thing. But it's a mean fabric in that it doesn't allow you to hide anything, so to speak, if you're still in that phase where you're like trying to like hide and disguise things. Lycra and spandex and all that, they just hold on to you and they just go on. It's like second skin, right? Organza, on the other hand, is just there's something about it that it's a perfect finishing touch. I have this orange outfit made by the same friend of mine, Ojunayo, and it's a beautiful orange prince dress, but it has an organza jacket that I put over it. On its own, the dress is cute, but once you throw that organza jacket over it, it just looks put together. Organza brings things together. So for my bays that have like their tailors on speed dial, get you some organza, get you like infuse that shit into your everyday fabrics, like into your everyday outfits. Sorry, not fabric, into your everyday outfits, and get your life. Don't let anybody convince you that it's not something that you should wear. Like you can use this. I actually want to see like a full dress made out of organza. You probably have to layer it because it's so sheer, right? It's such a sheer fabric. There's no, and I don't think that you can line it. So you probably have to like have layers and layers and layers of it, which people do. The same thing as tulle, like you layer it and layer it and layer it so that you can have like this effect. Or it can be an overlay with a slip underneath. But I'm here to preach to you about organza. I'm here to let you know that this, in case you wanted to have a fabric that you could wear, it's versatile, it's beautiful, it's elegant, it puts you together, it gives you that ladylike feeling if you're into your like your feminine energy. Organza is it, right? You can buy it anywhere. The cheaper ones, you can tell by the price. Like if you go looking for the price of, if you go looking for organza fabric and you see, like if you go to somewhere like Fabricland and you see two different types and one is more expensive, you don't have to ask them. One is silk. That's why. That's why that one is hella expensive. So just move to the polyester one. Ain't no shame in it. You don't need to spend that much money on fabric. Ain't no shame in it. Or if you are one of the lucky people who resides in India or has family in India or knows somebody from India, you know, you can grab you some silk. Like I always tell people when they go to India, please bring me silk or bring me organza, and you never feel me. So you can grab it from there and just, you know, get into it, baby. Get into organza, get into your elegance. Because not every time punk, sometimes babe. Because I mean, that's the whole point of style, isn't it? Right? Style is you expressing yourself 360 degrees of yourself. Like you don't, that's why it's so hard. Like you don't pigeonhole yourself into one spot. That's why it's so hard for me when people ask me what my personal style is. Like it's so hard for me to like sit in one spot and tell you this is who I am. My personal style is everything. Like I will wear it if I like it. I will wear a full floor length ball gown. I will wear chunky like spiked punk boots. I will wear a pink mohawk. I will wear whatever I want. All I have to do is feel good about it. All I have to do is try it on. So get into it, right? This is, I'm going to like segue into a little not pontification, like a little soapbox. This is something that I say all the time. You need to make peace with the fact that you need to like what you like by yourself. You have to be able to just applaud your own self. Personal style is a discovery. I wasn't born stylish. I lie, I was, and I have the baby pictures to prove it. I'm sorry. Like no, I was gonna I was gonna be a little humble there, but that's not true. No, your girl came out the womb dripping. Like I was been dripping. Like I've always known what I will and will not wear. And you can ask like mom, I'm from like this time. Once I could dress myself, you could I always knew. I'm just like, I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that. I'm wearing this. And so yeah, but not everybody has that. Not everybody just, has the natural drip. Came through dripping, drip. but it's something you can cultivate because you gotta be able to look at something, like it by yourself. Like everybody else is like it's trash. You'd be like, no. And I find it weird that people can't do this with style, but people are ready to do it over your relationships. Like you'll be dating a man or a woman or whatever, and all your friends, your family, it's mostly women that do this, so I'm going to talk to my women. You'll be dating a man, and all of your friends, or even the queer people, you're dating a girl, whoever it is you're dating, whoever your partner is, everybody and their grandmother will tell you, I don't like this person. They give me bad vibes. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. And you will stand 10 toes in it because you're like, no, I love them. They make me feel butterflies. Do the same thing with your style. Stand 10 toes in it. I mean, if eventually it turns out that, it wasn't a good look on you, let's say you look back at it 10 years. I mean, I look back at some style choices 10 years later, and I'm just like, okay, I could have done better with that. But I still stand 10 toes in it because me at the time, I liked it and it was fine. Stand 10 toes in what you like. Go buy you some organza. Use it to make a scarf if you want to make it. Use it to make earrings. Use it to make... Fabric is your friend because pure fabric that hasn't been touched, don't let anybody tell you, you can't make this with this. You can do whatever you want. Literally, you can do whatever you want. Who is going to beat you? Especially when it comes to clothes. Who is going to be clothes that you are wearing? You're not supposed to make that with that. Don't make it with that. I have a set that I made with like this beaded lace, expensively, but I made pants with it and a crop top. Somebody saw it and was like, I cannot believe that's what you did with lace. I'm like, how you take concern you? Is it your cloth? It's me that's wearing it. It's not you. That's what I wanted to do with it. And so you have to make your peace with what you like, right? And today, I want you to make your peace with organza. Go out there. Organza is like seeing a resurgence in like everyday fashion. I'm seeing it all over my time. Maybe it's because I talk about it and my phone is listening to me because these people stay creeping us. But it's making a resurgence, and just get into it, baby. Make a cropped jacket with it. Throw it onto your favorite outfit. Make pants with it. and just wear it with like a little, biker shorts underneath, or like, high waisted pants underneath. Like, get into it, get into organza, get into feeling fancy, get into wearing something that makes you feel like $1 million. And organza is like the shortcut to that. So now, if you're allergic to silk or polyester, I can't help you. I'm sorry. An alternative to it would be chiffon, I guess. Yeah, chiffon, or yeah, chiffon is close, but except chiffon doesn't make this sound, right? It's not coarse. Chiffon is softer, like ripplier. It's softer. Organza has structure, even though it's soft. So it's one of those things that you always have to iron. I didn't iron this because Badman no fear fabric. You don't tell me what to do. You're my dress. I wear you how I want. But you should always iron it. It's one of those fabrics you should always iron if you want to get the best out of it. Iron organza, wash it with care when you do get it. It is very delicate. You will spoil it and you are not going to like it. Be careful with it. Do not iron it on high heat. It will burn. There are settings for it. So be careful. Be careful. But go out there. I challenge you to go out there today and get you some organza. I'm gonna post the, like, I know you're seeing the top half of this outfit, but you're not ready for the bottom of it. Actually, no, it's just the dress. But still, it's cute as hell. Wear your fancy outfits. Wear your fancy outfits with organza, and wear your fancy outfits with like your full chest, because baby, every day you're breathing is a special occasion. And I want you to make your peace with that. I want you to understand that, and I want you to go out there and stunt on these hoes. Because your mama ain't raised no basic bitch. Your mama raised a body. Go out there and be one. That's my little spiel. Next week, we'll talk about probably lace or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to talk about fabric more. Cheers. Go out there and be fancy as hell. Bye-bye for now. You can catch me. You know where to catch me, but I'm going to tell you again. If you're new, this is, again, all of this is for the newcomers. So newcomers, you can catch us at Unruly Fashion Pod on Instagram, at the Noella E, that's my personal style page, at the Podfire Network. These are the people that are making this possible for me. So just tune in, get over. The outfit is going to be posted at the Unruly Fashion Podcast's Instagram account. And I hope to see you again next week. Tune in, bring your friends, bring popcorn, and bring notes. We're going to get into it. This is about to become like a fashion podcast. We're about to take you to school. But I must still be unruly. So adios, happy Wednesday, and I'm gonna see you next week. Cheers, babies.